Today we're searching for the greatest draft class in NBA history. Using this article, which ranked the 30 best drafts ever, I put together 27 rosters made up of individual classes. 3 drafts they had ranked in the top 30 were simply too old, didn't have enough usable players, so I replaced them with the 3 most recent drafts to give us an even 30. I went ahead and simulated one full season with our draft class NBA. Rick Barry was MVP in this economy? Shouts to a 1965, I guess. Unsurprisingly, the legendary 1984 class paced the West with 61 wins, while a very shallow 1960 draft class won 3 games. Didn't know that bad of record was even possible. I feel as though 2003 being a 4 seed is a bit low, and 1982 crushed it. 68 wins? Wow. A couple recent classes pulled up the rear in the East. But altogether, we've got our 1 through 15 seeds on both sides of the bracket. I'm using one player to represent each class, and the 1 seeds on both sides have a bye through to round 2, including Hakeem, MJ, and the 1984 draft class. Again, not surprising. Pretty nice 8 versus 9 matchup. 2011 versus 12. We've got some old versus new and some old versus old. Yeah, you know, that makes sense. Now let's get it going. Some relatively new versus relatively new. The 2012 draft class, they are technically the higher seed, the 8 seed led by AD, Dame Lillard. Yeah, that's solid. And they'll be taking on the 9 seed 2011 crew with Kawhi, Kyrie, Jimmy Butler, a bit better top, and we'll see who wins out. 2012 out to a nice lead in the first half. 2011's keeping it close. We might have a clutch finish already. And then again, maybe we won't. This is foul and free throw territory. 2011. If they see a couple misses from the other side, they might still be in this. But as long as Dame in 2012 knocked their free throws through, yeah, we would need some crazy chaos here. And we didn't get it, as 2012 holds on a very even matchup, which makes sense in the 8 versus 9 match. I'm a bit surprised to see 1979 as a 5 seed. Obviously, prime Magic Johnson helps, but they aren't the deepest, most talented team, no. In fact, in this case, against the wild and wacky 2019 class with Zion Williamson, Ja Morant, Darius Garland, Tyler here, we know all about this crew. They probably, I think they're better, but they're a 12 seed. Oh yeah, this is what I thought. Did I write that? Yeah, 2019 was a 12 seed. They're blowing them out. Like, I saw this coming from a mile away. I guess it didn't end up being too bad, a 9-point finish, but 2019 dominated throughout. Fresh off our first big upset of the video, we might be primed for another one because 1965 is a 4 seed, and again, they just are not deep. They've got Rick Barry though and Dick Van Arsdale. That's massive. And 1956, a 13 seed led by Bill Russell, Elgin Baylor, Sam Jones, Tom Heinsohn. Yeah, they have all 50s after that. I was barely able to make this into a team, but if they play all 5 dudes all 48 minutes, I wanted to say you never know what can happen and lead right into a clutch game, but nah, 1956, they kept it, you know, relatively close, but not meant to be. Bill Russell and Elgin Baylor did show out for their team, but no depth. Ayo, Dick Van Arsdale, yeah, that D strong, brother, good game, 31-7. Our first region in the books, of course, the 1 seed gets the bye, but we did have one nice upset there. Zion 2019. I mean, I'm not sure why they were a 12 seed, I say again, but can we find something similar in the bottom left region? The most recent 2023 draft class, only a 14 seed. We got Luka and a strong 2018. This will be good. A strong, balanced starting 5 for 2009, led by Steph Curry against the big man heavy 2014 class. Unfortunately for the NBA's 2 most recent MVP winners, the Curry-Harden duo was simply greater. I had pretty low expectations for Victor in 2023, especially facing an impressively strong crew from 1999, and those expectations were accurate. The super youngsters not quite ready for primetime. Ayo, remember when Luka fell to 3rd overall in 2018? That was nuts. 05 is a funny roster. 2 elite point guards, not very deep, but apparently that means absolutely nothing. What a collapse by 2018. Wow. The chances of seeing another upset to round out this region were slim. 2001 has a nice roster. 1960, well, yeah, not so much, my friends. A much closer final score than it probably should have been. Shouts to Big O for a monster performance. Again, we have a region with just the 1 upset, but hey, that's better than nothing. D Will, CP3, I can't believe they beat that Luka class. And with 2 upsets in the books, we'll be off to the Sweet 16 on the left side of our bracket, but we got to get the round of 32 on the right side, beginning with 1982 getting a bye. That's very interesting. We got KD and 07 versus Vince in 98. That's a great team. We got the 03 draft class, a 4 seed. I'm still shook by that. I'm a little bit worried about KD in the 07 draft class in this matchup. I had to mix up the positions a bit. KD's playing shooting guard because they have so many big men. Anyways, it's a solid roster. But 1998, dude, I say this way too much, but how are they seeded so low? Vince, Dirk, Paul Pierce just at the top end, Richard. This is a loaded team, man. At the very least, 07 does have home court advantage being the higher seed, and they have an early lead. Okay, let me not sleep on KD. But here we go, minute and a half left. 1998 is pulled back in this game. Yo, 2007 does not have KD out here. They have 4 centers. I see Horford, Marc Gasol, Joakim Noah. Oh my gosh, Greg Oden. Why are they trying to close this game out with Oden instead of Durant? They are trying to prove that he was worth the #1 overall pick. Oh my gosh, what are you doing, Mike Bibby? He just threw the ball right. Dude, if Seattle just holds this ball, 2007, they got this. Mike Conley's gonna force something up though, isn't he? No, inside the Marc Gasol. Dirk was slacking. What in the world? 1998 hit 24 3-pointers and lost. That never how is that possible? Oh, wow. Kevin Durant playing shooting guard had 25, 14, and 13. Wasn't out there to close the game out, but did everything else. In typical tournament fashion, I am shook by the game I just witnessed. We're off to the 5 seed 1993 draft class led by Penny and Chris Webber from Michigan. And you know what? I've learned now I cannot continue to doubt the seeding system. The season simulation happened for a reason. 1987 is great on paper. They're only the 12 seed, but fair enough. I'm still not doubting the season sim, but 12 seed 1987 is up 4 with 90 seconds left. I see Penny out here too. All the heavy hitters for 1993 are out there. Kevin Johnson this time with a potential dagger. 1993 would need a bucket here. I mean, a 3 would be nice, but at least they cannot have an empty possession. Chris Webber inside, former DPOY David Robinson D'ing him up, and I called that. 1987 pulls off the upset despite going 1 of 15 from 3, and 1993 actually hit some 3s. So yeah, that's just backwards. Okay, David Robinson, 35, 23 blocks. That's a pretty good performance. You know what? 2003 is actually not as deep as one might think. So them being a 4 seed is fair. I made LeBron a point guard. I mean, it's still a pretty loaded starting 5. And they're taking on 1969 nice Kareem, JoJo White, Bob Dandridge. Not much else, but Kareem could one-man show it. And then again, the power of 03 could be a bit too much. Not a blowout, but a big win. D-Wade 22 to lead the way. LeBron 15 assists. That's a pretty nice duo, folks. We carry on the trend of having one nice little upset in our round of 32 region. I think that's our second 12 seed advancing too. And with that, we get to our final round of 32 region, the bottom right. Kobe in 1996 are a 7 seed. I shouldn't keep complaining about the season sim, but again, that seems wild to me. Who are we kidding? I'm not going to stop complaining and being baffled by that, but let's see how it plays out. We had a couple Magic represented classes with Shaq from 1992 against Paulo in 2022. Unfortunately for all of us, these Fire custom Magic jerseys are eliminated along with Paulo and 2022. 08 is a pretty underrated draft class in my opinion. They took on another recent class in 2021, and this time it worked out for our youngsters. A pretty sizable upset on paper despite Russ dropping 39-9. Again, I'll say 1996 being a 7 seed is baffling beyond expectation, and they actually drew a tough matchup with the 2017 class out the gates. Thankfully though, Kobe and the boys handled business, didn't even break a sweat. Ray and Mamba carried. And rounding out the round of 32, a loaded 1985 class. No wonder they're a 2 seed. Wow. Could this 2016 draft class upset them? That would be a no. No, but honestly, a valiant effort nonetheless. Yeah, that's our round of 32 completed bottom right region 2021, showing out for the recent classes. And altogether, I must say a pristine amount of chaos introduced thus far. We have 4 double-digit seeds advancing. That's kind of rare. But now it's time to move on to the Sweet 16. We'll start with the left side of the bracket. We got 4 matches. Let's go. And we've got the long-awaited arrival. Our first look at the 1984 draft class. Mike, Hakeem, Stockton, Charles Barkley. How was that an actual draft class? That's wild. Unsurprisingly, that draft class of Hall of Famers a little better than Dame and AD, the 2012 crew. Yep. Honestly, 2012 kept that matchup close enough to respect it. Can 2019 continue? Can they go for a second straight upset here? Oh, yes, they can. I mean, it's not done yet, but they're right there down 2. Remember, 2019 is somehow a 12 seed. 1965 doesn't have a lot of depth. Can they get some stops here, these youngsters? Yeah. Who's going to go get a bucket for 2019? Darius Garland. from deep. That's a huge shot in the clutch. Billy Cunningham is actually one of the 90+ overalls on this 1965 crew, but a bad shot last time down. Jerry Sloan pulling with no hesitation, an OG from deep. Down 2, where does 2019 go? Who do they go to? Do they go for a 2 or a 3? I have so many questions that are about to be answered. Darius Garland has a trigger we have seen. He keeps getting good looks, to be fair. That is a different white dude. Gail Goodrich defending him. Looks like they're flattening it. Yeah, Darius is going one-on-one, trying to break down the former Laker. That's a tough, smooth finish by Darius Garland. I can't take the stress. Let's go Simcast in OT. 2019 out to a big lead. Okay, yeah. We'll jump in here now with 2019 up 3. Not a big lead, but you know. 65 is throwing a lob in the clutch. Who was that? Goodrich to Cunningham? Okay, then. How does 2019 answer? How about, you know, like Jaw Zion? They're only 19,000 times. Oh, RJ Barrett from Canada puts it up and puts it in. Thank you very much, RJ. And indeed it was. Perimeter shooting and athleticism shone through for 2019 as you'd expect it to. That's another upset for them. Here's a look at the 2009 draft class. Steph Harden, Blake Griffin, Drew Holiday. It's very nice and balanced. 1999 finished as a 3 seed in the season sim. They don't have that top end talent, but like it's just all 89, 90. That could do the trick. 1999, they're gonna need a comeback. We have a second straight upset. Yes, we do. Steph with 33 and 8. It wasn't a massive victory or upset, but it's something. I can't believe 2005 is still alive in this video. CP3, Darren Williams, not a whole lot else. And 2001, I'm kind of surprised they're a 2 seed, but their roster is solid. Well, okay then. What did I just say? They were pretty solid or something? That roster, they are very good. They just beat the 2005 class by 30+ points. They were up by way more during the game too. Richard Jefferson was their leading scorer. Oh, they are just rubbing it in how deep they are. They don't need superstar performances. And in reverse order of what we just saw, 2001 appears to be a juggernaut, but Harden, Steph, they're for real. The 2019 draft class is on a mission despite being a 12 seed, but yeah, they got some Hall of Famers to deal with. And that is the left side of our Elite 8, but let's go get it on the right side. We just got so many interesting matchups here. Let's go. Our first look at the right side 1 seed 1982 draft class. Okay, Dominique Worthy. I'm not going to act like this is a bad team, but there's better rosters out there on paper. Interesting. Doesn't look like KD in 07 can keep up though. I doubted 1982. Nah, they got it. They got it. 14-point win in their debut in this video. I mean, KD, you put up a fight. Oh, 38 points, 5 assists, and a loss. Can we get that man some help? Reggie Miller, David Robinson, Scottie Pippen, the underdogs in this matchup against LeBron in the 03 draft. This is going to be a battle, I fear. Indeed, it was as I feared. Neither team was able to grab firm control of this game for 45+ minutes, running right down to the wire as the 12 seed 1987 draft class is in a good spot here, folks. 03's got everyone out there. Melo, Wade, LeBron, Bosch, Carmelo in the clutch. That's a good find out to Chris Bosch. Easy 2. 1987, they need to get some buckets here quickly. Admiral is back in the game with Scotty and Reggie Kate. Both teams at full strength. Is that Horace Grant pulling up? But D-Rob on the glass cleaning it up. Back and forth they go. Which team will get a stop in the clutch first? David Robinson from mid-range, like Chris Bosch isn't even there. Come on. D-Rob going to work. Oh my gosh, I saw that come. Oh, Chris Bosch from out of nowhere makes me eat my words. What a block. They could really use a 3 here. David West does have a mismatch. He better not miss. Yo! David West just sold. No timeouts left for 03. That is a collapsing loss. Can 99 overall Shaquille O'Neal and the 1992 class avoid a similar collapse to that of 2003? Let's find out. They're taking on our most current draft class still remaining, 2021, by the way. Oh my gosh, Cade, Paulo, they might just be doing it. Wait, I'm an idiot. I just said Paulo. Nah, that was 2022. I got confused, okay? It's Cade, Josh Giddey, Jalen Green, and the 2021 boys. They're about to upset this team. They are. In case you can't tell, I'm recording this live and I'm at a bit of a loss for words here at this result. Christian Laettner, Dream Team. They have no spacing on this team. Just all big. Shaq just shot a mid-range. Nah, 1992 is cooked. We'll round out our Sweet 16 with arguably the 2 best rosters on paper. I mean, I can't believe we're losing either 96 or 85 after this game. That's tough. Oh no. Oh no, 1996. I could feel it. They're keeping this thing close, but not close enough, right? No. I know I'm supposed to be unbiased here when making these videos. Like, I think I probably should be, but if you weren't rooting for Allen Iverson, Kobe Bryant, Steve Nash, I mean, what were you even doing? Patrick Ewing's cool, but like, this one's tough. I can't believe they dominated 285 to anyways. AI had 25, Kobe 21, my boy Steve Nash 5.7 assists. None of it mattered. Unfortunately, that's just the way she goes. 96 is down. That 85 team is so good, but shout out to Cade in 2021. They've made it to the Elite 8 just like Reggie in the 87 draft class. Another upset. The first seeded Dominique 82 class though. I'm not sure I've ever gotten to the Elite 8 and seen both 1 seeds, both 2 seeds, and then a bunch of upsets, but yeah, chaos could be just around the corner. Elite 8, baby, let's do it. At this point, all bets are off 2019 a 12 seed, but they've had no problem so far. 1984 should cruise, but yeah, you never know. But maybe we did know. Maybe, yeah. Okay, this is all right then. Again, I don't know what I'm saying, but yeah, 1984, that wasn't even close. MJ 31 and 13, John Stockton 20 and 17. 2019, it was a good run, but you're done. A 1 seed in 1984 advances. Now we've got the 6 versus 2 seed, 09 versus 2001. Man, these are 2 great squads. And every once in a while, we get these cases where, man, I wish I could make something epic, dramatic, intense, but no. As you can see, there was no room for that. I did not do this 2001 draft class. I did not think they'd be this pow. Tony Park. I mean, that's not like LeBron and D Wade, but doesn't need to be. They are killing, and they aren't shooting that great from the perimeter, but 60% from the field as a team. They just get great looks. And this time, Gilbert Arenas doing a bit of backpacking, 26 and 12. On to the right side of our Elite 8, 1987. Bro, I need you to get an upset here. We are heading dangerously to a 1 versus 2 seed only territory. Oh my goodness. I think 1987 got us, boys. Wait a minute. No. How did you... Dude, they choked that lead so quick. It was on the verge of a blowout for 1987. At least they're still in this game, but they are down 4 again. They're the major. The 82 is a 1 seed. This should be an easy closeout for them. David Robinson. Wow, I was vamping there. What I mean is, big picture, 1982 should close this out being the 1 seed, but oh, that's a good stop. They get the board though. Dominique back up. Another tough look. Somebody blocks out Mark Eaton. David Robinson, where are you, man? That's too easy. Looking at the micro level though, 1987 has been the better team all game. It might be too late though. They're down 4. Kenny the Jet Smith from 3. That is a huge shot in the clutch. I'm doing way too much overanalyzing here. Let me just react to what happens. Under 30 seconds left. Great defense from 1987. Go get that rebound. No way. Sleepy Floyd just hit that. No. Unbelievable. Neither team shot well, but Kenny Smith had a great look at a 3 that would have brought it to within 1, I believe. Anyways, it doesn't matter. And with that, we've got just 1 Elite 8 matchup left. 2021, all the pressure is on to help us avoid a 1 versus 2 seed entire Final Four. That would be tragic. We need 1 upset. And to my surprise, when we jumped into this game, we did have a chance at 1 last upset, as 2021, without a clear superstar, was hanging with a loaded 1985 draft class. Dude, I need it so badly. 2021 is still down 3 with under 2 minutes left. I see Şengün out there. I see Evan Mobley getting inside. What? Evan, that was... Okay, he missed that floater. All right. It's all good. You know, Şengün, Evan Mobley, Cade Cunningham against oh my gosh. I don't even see who hit that shot. Joe Dumars? This would be a good look on their resume. Josh Giddey coming off the screen. I fear they are choking right now. Terry Porter working off a Patrick Ewing screen inside. Scotty Barnes, where are you going? Like, where was Scotty going? He was not playing defense at all. And no, it wasn't meant to be. An 8-point loss is respectable for 2021. They shot 9 of 36 from 3. They could have been in the game. And that's so tough because for the first time, I've definitely never seen what I'm about to show you in any of these tournament videos. In reverse order of what we just saw, 1985 did hold on. Valiant effort though from 2021. As well, from the decade of the 80s, the first seeded Dominique led 1982 draft class won. Our lone rep representative from not the 80s, Pau Gasol in 2001 took down Steph Curry, James Harden. And finally, back to the 80s, the one-seeded 1984 class handled business, which altogether gives us a 1 vs 2 seed on the left side of the bracket in the Final Four and a 1 vs 2 seed on the right side. Again, I have never seen that. 3 teams from a 4-year span in the 80s. I mean, I don't know who wrote the script for this video, but I don't love it. I mean, at least the season sim is accurate. That we learned. And our heavyweights only Final Four begins with 1984. I mean, I've showed you all the Hall of Famers, MJ, Hakeem up there, both 99 overall. They also have a decent amount of depth. And I will say again, 2001 has surprised me, especially because their 2 best players are both point guards, a very redundant roster. Look at all these small forwards. I don't know how they're doing it, but one of these powerhouses will see their run come short, and one will of course advance to our championship final. Oh my MJ, Hakeem 1984, they are off to a hot start. 2001, where are you at? Okay, they brought it back. I saw it. It was a single digit. Yeah, it's single digit game. 2001 is here. No, 1984. They did that. That fourth quarter though. I mean, you just hate to see a blowout in the Final Four of one of these videos. 2001 kept it close for a bit, but there's a reason why 1984 is considered to be the GOAT class. They went on a 41-20 run in the fourth quarter, shutting the door complete through 3 quarters. This was a game. Oh, and you've got Hakeem dropping 35 and 10, MJ 31 and 13, presumably a bunch of that damage in the fourth. I mean, what are you gonna do? The second half of our Final Four with only powerhouse heavyweights involved. Dominique James Worthy, again, a bit of a redundant top of the roster. I don't know, man. They haven't lost for a reason, I guess. If you were asking me my subjective opinion, I think 1985 is better on paper. They look like they stack up more with 1984, but who knows, dude? That 1982 team is the 1 seed for a reason. Can 1982 defend home court and their first seed advantage, or does 1985 indeed come through clutch? Both those things appeared to be true in the second half of our Final Four, as 1982 came out strong, had a lead for most of this game, but late in the fourth, 1985 in the clutch, well, they've managed to grab a lead, just a single point with about 2 minutes left, but it still counts, man. This is going right down to the wire. Dominique isoing on Karl Malone. That is a tough miss. I see Karl Malone, Arvydas Sabonis, Patrick Ewing out there right now for 1985. So much size, my word. And they're attacking the one big man on 1982. Why would you go at Mark Eaton? That was dumb. It's going to be Terry Porter. He's going to have to force up a shot. He is a 3-point shooter. That's a clean look. Arvydas on the glass. Out to Chris Mullin for 3. Chris Mullin! Oh my word, Arvydas is so smart. He didn't go up with it. Instead, he dropped a dime. 1985 can honestly chill here, kill a bunch of clock. They're trying to double Joe Dumars, steps back out of it, and that is a clutch dagger, folks. A little bit of chaos, and it ended up being a 2-point game, but Joe Dumars did have the eventual dagger. 1985 hit 57% of their threes, en route to a bit of an upset. And look at Chris Mullin, 33, 6, and 7, plus that huge 3 late in the fourth quarter. And okay, if a 2 seed advances to the final, the championship game, it can't be considered an upset. But yeah, the first seeded 1982 draft class is gonzo. We have 1 matchup left. A fair bit of irony involved too in our championship game to this video, as back-to-back draft class years make it to the final. The season sim told us they were elite. The names are elite. Now here we go. And we're watching this simcast live, baby. 1984 out to an early. Yo, this is a high-scoring game. 85 takes a lead. 84 takes it back. Into the second half, looks like we're barreling towards a clutch finish, but this is where 1984 turned it on in their Final Four match. It was MJ and Hakeem in the clutch. 1985 with a quick burst right there. Oh my goodness. It happened so quickly. I didn't even know. I couldn't even react to, oh my gosh. Unless Michael Jordan and the 19... Yo, MJ's not even on the floor. Okay, yeah, it's wraps. It is wraps. Karl Malone misses, but MJ's not on the court. I was gonna say, unless MJ can pull off a miracle, John Stockton, they needed that. That's probably it. 12-point deficit. Nah. Joe Dumars, another step back jumper. That's why the man is a finals MVP. He is killing it for 1985. I thought for sure we had a clutch finish in store, but a flurry in the fourth quarter. 1985, again, 55% from 3. They were just a buzzsaw in the latter stages of this video. MJ got his 29 points. John Stockton, a huge double-double, but Charles Barkley, Hakeem, they were silent. While Patrick Ewing, Karl Malone, Joe Dumars, 20 and 17, Chris Mullin, all hit the 20-point mark. That is dominant. In a tournament tournament that started out with plenty of upset promise. Towards the end, it was all about the heavyweights, and the heaviest of those heavyweights is clearly 1985. Let me know what you guys thought of the video down below. Is 1985 the GOAT draft class? They have a pretty good case for it. Be sure to check out this video as well, where every win meant a team got to steal a player from their opponent.